Hey guys, this is Nick from ReviewOutlaw.com. Today I'm going to show you 7 places to see while on a road trip in Arizona.
ReviewOutlaw.com. New videos every Thursday at 3 p.m. Subscribe today.
So this is my first time visiting Arizona, and it's a beautiful, beautiful state from the East Coast, and we just don't have views and red rocks like that where we're from. So started off in Sedona and visited the Chapel of the Holy Cross. A lot of these places are free parking. You can drive to the top up there and have some awesome views of the vistas. We traveled in about October time was the time we were traveling. Next was the castle. Very interesting. You can't actually go up into there, but you have some awesome views. This thing's been there for hundreds of years, and just really neat area. Also, the town of Sedona is really cool. They have a lot of neat little towns. The weather was great when we came. It was a dry heat. It wasn't too hot, so it was really, really, really nice. The next place we visited was the Cathedral Rock. You can park at the bottom. It was almost out of parking when we went that day, but you basically have to hike up. It's a bit of a hike, a bit of a climb, but it's doable. And you pass people, but for the most part, there's kind of trail markers. You can see where to go up to the top, and it just has some amazing views up there. You probably want to plan it for the beginning of the day or the very end of the day so you get the sunset. If you do midday, it gets a bit hot. We did learn that. Also, you get a lot of these red rocks all over your clothes and shoes and things like that, so just be prepared for that. Make sure you bring water when you travel really anywhere in Arizona. Bring more water than you need, extra 2 or 3, put it in a backpack, and because you get really thirsty. And sometimes you don't realize you're thirsty until you're almost about to pass out. So you want to kind of drink a little bit before you get to that level. So the next place on the list that we stopped by was the Devil's Bridge. Really neat rock outlay. It basically hangs off. It was cool because people were taking turns, letting other people take pictures and stuff like that. But it just hangs off and basically just drop off hundreds of feet down after there. Again, amazing views as you walk up. A little bit tighter on the path going up, so there's some steeper inclines. If you have knee problems, things like that, you got to be careful with that. But again, the vistas are absolutely beautiful at this location as well. The next place was the Navajo Nation. A bit of a drive, about 6 to 8 hours. In here, we went to see the Upper Antelope Canyon. We did have to pay. Basically, they take you by kind of truck, but you just have some really amazing views in this canyon. It's the Navajo Nation maintains this and gives you a little tour and tells you here's a great place to take a picture and kind of show you some different angles. Now, depending on the time of the year, sometimes the light shines directly through. The time of year that we were there, that doesn't exactly happen, but still some amazing views. I mean, just the water that was flowing there at one point to make these kind of canyons is just absolutely unbelievable. So definitely recommend that. Now, they have the upper and the lower canyon. They have different prices and things like that, depending on if you're professional photographer and what time of the day you go and things like that. But we didn't have to wait that long. We got some parking and basically got bussed over there. It did get a bit crowded, as you can see, that coming in and out, and there's some really tight spots. So you might want to do this earlier in the day or want to be one of the last people of the day. But if you do midday, sometimes you can get that sunlight too. So the sunlight's just so different at different angles in the day and the year. It makes it really fun to visit this place. last place was one of my favorites. It's Page, Arizona. And we went to Lake Powell. So I'm a big boater, as you can see from my other videos, but this was one of the most unique boating places I've ever been to in my entire life. There's not very many marinas, there's basically one marina. Rented a boat. This is all I could get. Usually I wouldn't go for this kind of pontoon style, but it had a pretty decent engine on it, surprisingly. And we got pretty fast. You go about 45 miles per hour. The water's crystal clear. The rocks around there, I mean, you can just get lost in a maze of different little canals and things like that. And as you go through, you don't almost see the turns around there. You definitely want a GPS or phone with you so you know where you're going, because we actually did get turned around. We thought we were going up to this one location and ended up we took the wrong canal, and by the time we realized that we were an hour up to it. The other thing is you cross into different states during this journey. And if you have your phone, it actually switched to a different time zone, because the next state has a different time zone. So it got me all messed up on when I needed to return the boat. I'm like, oh shoot, has it already been that long? And as we started driving back, the time switched back when we went back across other time zone. But I would love to come back here and do some wake surfing. I mean, it's unbelievable, clear water. It's a bit cool, but hey, you want that in Arizona summertime. But definitely one of my favorite places I've ever visited. Definitely a bit out of the way. There's no large airports near here that I can tell. So Page would be the closest town. But they do have houseboat rentals for rent, which is cool. And they have like wake surf boats and things like that you can rent as well. Not cheap, but this boat actually wasn't that bad for the day rental. Last stop on the road trip would be Horseshoe Bend, and this is still Navajo Nation. You have some parking here, and basically you have a short hike. Maybe it's about a mile. It's not that steep, pretty easy to get down there. Really cool pictures you can take around here. Different angles, things like that. You can't fly drones in this particular area. There are some areas that are a little bit further away and things like that you can, but you can actually get a boat down there as well. As you can tell, there's actually some boats down there. It'd be kind of neat to see it from that angle too, just seeing it once from the top angle and once from the bottom angle. There's a lot of people. You can get really close to the edge. There's not really any fences or anything like that, so just be careful. But just some amazing pictures. Really neat vistas. This one place you have to visit. During sunset or sunrise would probably be really amazing views as well. We went midday just because that's the time of day we were near there. But this was a really fun trip. Hey, I really appreciate you watching this video. If you have time, please give me a thumbs up, share the video on Facebook or social media, click that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell icon next to the subscribe button so you get a notification when new videos come out. Finally, if you leave me a comment, I love those. Really appreciate it. Have a great day, guys.